So here we are at the September 2021 Brody Flea Market in New Hartford, Connecticut. It's officially called the Lions Club Giant Flea Market, but I always call it just the Brody Park Flea Market. And they have it every September and June each year, except for last year, 2020. I think they used to stamp our hands.
I know, that's what I was expecting too.
And I mentioned that about the hand stamping because this is the only flea market that I've been to where they actually stamp your hand, except for this year, for whatever reason. They usually have the guy with the socks here.
Oh yeah, yeah, there's usually somebody in all that car park.
Yep. There's a lot of people here compared to last year, the year before. And even though they call this a giant flea market, it's fairly small, especially compared to Brimfield. But for whatever reason, I usually have better luck here than at Brimfield. I usually end up finding a lot more. And this feels more like a giant tag sale to me, honestly, than a flea market. But that's a good thing. And this location here is a summer camp.
They're not 18 or 10 each.
So those are,
10 each. They're marked 18.
I believe, places where the campers would stay overnight. Those buildings over there, the green ones. It's a nice old clock radio there. Would have picked it up, but I have too many already. Like the old wood grain 80s, 70s and 80s clock radios.
Thank you. Okay.
This is interesting here, this model gun shooting target system. I've never seen that, and I'm really not sure what that is. And it's got looks like Japanese writing on it. And these TVs definitely caught my eye. I was really interested in the RCA one on the left there, but when I took a look at it, there's a huge crack in the case, and I'm just not interested in cracked TVs. Hey. And this one here on the left, which I actually end up getting, is more of a monitor. It's like a camera system monitor from the 80s. Turned out when I got it home it didn't work, but it only cost $2, so I'm not really worried about it. And it can be fixed, I'm sure, if I really wanted to. Do you know if this TV works? Monitor TV?
I believe it does, Truman. I think it's black and white.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
He was not correct when he said it worked. Oh, it's only $2. Exactly, $2. Wasn't worried about it, but yeah, when I plugged it in, it was completely dead. It did nothing. $2 it says on it.
Yeah. Yep.
Works for me.
It is. Thank you.
All right, thanks. And of course, I get something heavy at the very start, so I have to carry it the whole show. Luckily, it wasn't too heavy.
She brought my little cart?
Yeah. It's not too heavy.
No.
It's an old hookup for camera monitors, like a security system.
Yeah. Yeah, I was saying the cat lady that I had. We were questioning if the men had come in to check the smoke detector.
And at a lot of these flea markets, I'll skip over like glassware and clothing. It's just not anything I'm interested in. I tend to look for like pop culture type stuff, electronics, computers, comics, toys, that type of thing.
Funny. I know, right?
So this guy over here had a lot of lunch boxes,
Yeah, that's 1970s.
which
Yeah.
I'm really interested in, but I just don't need another thing to collect right now. I have too much already. And I don't know enough about the pricing
Oh my God.
to buy them.
About $5.50 it was.
All that.
$1.29 brand new, so that's
Yeah, I
heck,
know.
heck of an
right?
increase. Yeah. Of course, we're always on condition.
Got a couple Bee Gees, Kiss, Sesame Street. Pretty nice. One I would buy though for sure would be Mr. Merlin, which was my lunchbox back in the early 80s. And I looked online and you just can't find it. Lots of these glasses here. I have a large collection of tumblers like that, or character glasses. Yep. But pretty much everyone I see now at a flea market I already have.
The longer I hold it.
Yeah. I said to Susan. Well, I have this bag. Maybe it wouldn't be so awkward if
No, it's no. No.
thinking of fingertips.
No, it's fine.
Alright, you know.
And also arts and crafts, stuff like that there I'm not really interested in, so I generally just skip over that.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't seem sanitary.
Oh, yeah.
Have a good day.
So I see some Star Wars VHS there, which apparently go for quite a bit of money now online, which is kind of surprising, but I should have picked it up actually now that I think about it. This guy has a lot of newer stuff mixed in. Not really interested in the newer stuff. Generally, like early 90s and older is what I look for. And I didn't get a good shot of it, but down here at the front, he's got a bunch of packs of baseball cards, which, like the ones you see at most shows, are the late 80s to early 90s when there was the big boom in baseball card collecting, and everybody has them, tons of them. They're not worth anything, generally. But you'll see them at every show.
Yeah, I think I probably have one somewhere.
And I do look for comics a lot, which I said earlier. Thing I notice is there tend to be a lot of poor condition comics at these shows. Very rarely will you see like high grade comics, and a lot of them won't even be bagged, which blows my mind. When these people are selling comics, they don't put them in a bag, and the bags are cheap. And I think they would sell a lot more if they actually just bagged them. These are all bagged, but they were all generally very low grade. There's a Raggedy Ann doll, which I actually found out recently. Raggedy Ann is actually the Annabelle doll in real life. So from the movie Annabelle, it doesn't actually look like it does in the movie. It's actually a Raggedy Ann doll.
What do you want?
This guy had tons of minerals and geodes,
$5 for
which I love, but these were all fairly expensive, and I just don't know enough about pricing to feel comfortable buying them.
Did you say keep the change? No. I misunderstood. So I owe you 15. 5, 10,
Nice quartz crystals there,
15. Thank you.
geodes. Wish I lived somewhere where they had these readily available out in the wild. Like you could just go out into the desert and just pick them up. But I don't live anywhere near any place like that, sadly. Some old Matchbox and Hot Wheels cars there.
No, what? Those are pretty.
Yeah. Did you see these?
I did. I've never seen something that's crazy. Oh, and they got the Trump one as well.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I should have picked up one of those as well. There's a lot of stuff I see which at the time I figure, it's not worth it. And then I get home and I'm like, I should have picked that up.
It's like clothes, you know?
And also at this show, they have a few vendors that are just selling new items, maybe stuff they've made, etc., which I'm just not interested in. So I'll just skip over those.
That was the effect. That was the effect I was going for. We painted pottery last week.
But that's the great thing about flea markets like this. There's something for everybody.
Put it in your pocket down here.
That's all your money at once, bro. Put your money in your pocket.
They have anything?
Just thinking.
The weather was beautiful that day, as you can see, especially compared to what it looks like now when I'm actually looking at this. More clothes. Not interested.
No. No, it's not too bad.
More baseball cards, and of course they're from the late 80s, early 90s.
You're welcome. Enjoy.
Baseball cards.
$6 on that one.
So I didn't see him on Friday, but I imagine he might even have his leg infection or something. How do you?
Oh, you brought some help with you.
I also got plant stands before we head out.
Where are you from?
Really? You have a place? No, I used to live in Arlington. Oh.
I was born and raised in Boca.
No, this is all my grandfather's.
Thank you.
It's quieter than some of the others.
Bunch of old Tonka trucks there. Some of them look pretty old, but I don't know enough about them again to pick them up.
Dad put some felt on the bottom.
And I bought it 3 times.
But on the website, yeah.
I was watching Zach.
Wine comes in half of
I love those old radios. I would love to pick one up one day, but they make a lot of reproductions, and I'm really not sure how to tell which is an original and which is a reproduction. And that one looks like it might just be a shell, actually. I don't think there's anything in it.
No.
So this was a collection of old 1960s paperbacks of Edgar Rice Burroughs' John Carter novels.
Yeah, pretty nice.
Which again, this is one of those things I should have picked up at the time, but I didn't.
Yeah, a little bit here and there.
I read everything he did,
Oh wow.
with the possible exception of The Girl from the Pharisees.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yep.
Oh, I had to rack across it.
Oh wow. Yeah, I never got too into him, but definitely somewhat interested. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I first picked up on him in the 60s. Frank Frazetta was doing all this paperback.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, great artwork for sure.
Yeah.
The best for that type of story.
Oh yeah.
Christmas gifts and stuff. You know, they'll follow transportation and cargo ships.
Yeah, I doubt it. Maybe for specific things, but
Yeah, toys maybe, but they usually is around. And it was scoffing anyway. Meat grinder.
oh yeah,
Grind up stuff.
doesn't seem sanitary.
Well, you could clean that.
Have a good day.
And here's an example of when they just have the comics without a bag, just thrown into a box. It hurts my heart because I'm real big into high quality, you know, high grade comics, and when I see them just being tossed around like that, it's kind of annoying. But they're not mine, so they can do whatever they want with them.
David wants a ride to Tina's so he can make some money. Star Wars and
Yeah, I think I probably have one somewhere.
Stuff's getting heavier.
You want some giant Q-tips that have been left out exposed to the air like that?
Yeah.
Stick those in your ear.
Yeah, this guy had enormous
Maybe.
Q-tips, like a foot-long Q-tips, which
It seems
are
like they would,
completely
gather dirt.
exposed. Right there, you see them. And they're there every year, so they've got to be full of dirt at this point.
No. What are you doing? No. No.
Look them up on the web. It's $1,600 worth of lights.
So this guy had some decent comics here, but they were just way overpriced. I think he was looking for $10 each, and those are maybe $1 or $2, at least value-wise, probably per comic.
10 for the Star Treks and 15 for the shorts. Yeah, the
Okay.
$1 million man there. The $6 million man. You a Trekkie fan?
Yeah.
$5 on that.
Yeah, on the box, $5.
If those were $1 a piece, I would have
Thanks.
picked them all up.
$20 for the whole box.
Whole box, 20?
Whole box, and you get the crate, the box that they're in.
So the comics were overpriced, but then these train, model train pieces
And
and
there's some
cars
cars in
and
one of the boxes down there.
buildings are, I think, way underpriced. I think I got a pretty good deal here for $20 for all of these. They appear to be from the 70s and 80s, but still, it's a good deal.
There are parts from a train set, yeah.
You get some cars in there, you get track in there, a little bit of everything. $20 for the whole box. That's the water tower that goes on top of this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 20 bucks, I'll take it.
Alrighty. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well,
I would never sell mine.
Well, I don't have room for them.
I will never sell it.
I thought the
it'll
same
go to my-
thing until I bought a small house,
No.
and I don't have
Go to
any
my
room to
kids
set it
before I
up.
sell it.
My kids don't want it.
She's getting it whether she wants it or not.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
And here's the cover for the box.
I have them probably.
And you can leave it there if you want until you come back. It's up to you.
Yeah, actually, we're just going to head down there and then I'll come back and get it.
All right, well, you want me to put it over here so it's up back out of the way?
Yeah,
or-
if you could, that'd be great.
Yep, that's what we'll do.
Thanks.
Thank you.
It's going to be hard to carry both of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the last aisle.
My father, near the end, right? My father knew that was here. World War II, right? My mother saw
It's terrible when they leave stuff out and then you get condensation.
Sweaty, yeah.
Yeah.
there's apartments here, you know, you can look, I'll help you find an apartment. And it's just because he's bumpy. Oh my God. And I knew, I was like, I'm like, oh no, Dad. He was tough. Definitely I'll get the cat.
How much are the books and tapes?
Randy, how much on the Superman stuff?
I assume you're not traveling.
20 for all, 5 piece.
From Florida anymore.
No, not until
Florida's not a nice place to be.
you can't. I'm not going to do it. And the shows,
Yeah, what the heck.
it's great.
I'll take them.
You get access to
Yeah, if you have one.
So those are DC Comics in in a paperback or hardback book with a tape to go along with each one, and I think they're from the early 80s.
Thank you.
So I thought that was a pretty good deal. Don't see those too often, or at least I don't.
Can you put these in your bag?
Yeah, I was gonna say, just throw them in my bag anyway.
We'll make thin money when I can sell it too. But mine, I bought low end, a lot of low ends. Well, yeah, but those are.
I know.
All right, I'm all set to go.
Alrighty, all set?
Yep. Should be.
I'm not sure how you're going to carry this, but let's put that on top.
You see how much it weighs?
It doesn't weigh that.
Oh yeah, no, I can do it. All right, thanks.
Have a great day.
You too.
Thank you.
Oh,
Enjoy that.
You're all set?
yeah, the handles are starting to break, but I think we
well,
can make
look
it.
at the box is all got a big crack up there.
Yeah, we can make it.
And there you have it. That's Brody Park, September 2021. Hope to be back in June of 2022. See you next time.